Welcome back to the channel Ultra Rare Coins History. As you know that old is gold, but these top 3 rare Abraham Lincoln pennies that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend one of them, you're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1982 US 1-cent coin. Or what we like to call the penny with a secret. Now, at first glance, this penny might seem just like any other. After all, it's made of copper, it has Lincoln's face on the front, and the year 1982 stamped on the back. But don't be fooled, there's something about this coin that makes it incredibly special and incredibly valuable. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1982 penny is unique because it marks a transitional year for the US Mint. Before 1982, pennies were primarily made from 95% copper, but in that year, the US Mint switched to a new composition, 97.5% zinc, with just a thin copper coating. This change was driven by rising copper prices, but not all pennies from 1982 followed the same formula. Here's where it gets interesting. Out of all the 1982 pennies produced, a few of them were accidentally struck with the old copper composition, just before the Mint made the full switch. And while the vast majority of 1982 pennies were made from zinc, these rare copper pennies became something collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. The difference is subtle, but crucial. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. It's hard to tell them apart with the naked eye, but it's this tiny difference that makes all the difference in the world for collectors and investors alike. Finding one of these rare copper pennies from 1982 isn't easy, and that's exactly why they're so valuable. In fact, just a single penny from 1982 with a copper composition could fetch you thousands of dollars. But wait, it gets even better. There's one coin in particular that blew everyone away. In 2012, a 1982 copper penny was sold at auction for an incredible amount, and it wasn't just a little over $1,000. This rare penny, one of the few that slipped through the cracks, sold for, are you ready for this? $11 million. That's right, $11 million for a single penny. A coin that originally cost just 1 cent, but due to its rarity and historical significance, it became one of the most valuable pennies in the world. How did it reach such a high value? Well, it's the rarity combined with the incredible demand from collectors. There are only a few known examples of these copper 1982 pennies, making them one of the most sought-after coins in history. And with so few remaining, it's likely that this price will only continue to rise. So, if you ever come across a 1982 penny, it might be worth taking a closer look. While most are just ordinary zinc pennies, you could be holding a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. But remember, condition matters. A well-preserved penny will always fetch a higher price. And if you're lucky enough to own a true copper 1982 penny, well, you could be holding something that's worth millions. Who would have thought that a single penny, the smallest coin in circulation, could hold such a big surprise? It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things come in the smallest packages. So next time you're going through your spare change, keep your eyes peeled, because that 1 cent might just be worth much more than you think. Remember, the value of coins is always changing. So keep collecting, keep exploring, and who knows? You might just find your own $11 million penny. Top 2, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and the spotlight is on a seemingly humble penny, the 2001 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another common piece of currency, but what if I told you this penny could be worth millions? Stick with me, because the value of this particular coin may just surprise you. Coins like this 2001 penny were minted in huge numbers, with millions rolling off the presses. Yet, not all pennies are created equal. Some hold secret value that can transform them into rare treasures, and today we're going to discover what makes this coin so special. Before we get to the thrilling part, the jaw-dropping value of this coin, let's take a quick history lesson. The 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, has been part of U.S. currency since 1793. But did you know that the design of the penny has changed over time? From the classic Indian head design to the Lincoln Memorial, and most recently, The shield design, the penny has a storied history that reflects the changing values and ideals of the nation. Fast forward to 2001. The United States Mint produced over 10 billion pennies that year, but among all these, some coins stand out. Why? It's because of something we call errors. These are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary one. For the 2001 penny, the most notable error that collectors hunt for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck at an angle or not fully aligned with the die, leaving part of the design missing. When this happens, the coin becomes a rare anomaly, and its value can skyrocket. Collectors and numismatists, those who study coins, are always on the lookout for these rare varieties. The more misaligned or off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. This is because such errors are rare, and they disrupt the perfect symmetry that most people expect from a coin. In fact, these coins are often seen as artifacts, a reflection of a moment in time when the machinery didn't work perfectly. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Some of these off-center pennies have been sold for astronomical prices at auctions. It's not just the rarity that drives the price, but also the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the more collectors are willing to pay. To put it in perspective, a 2001 off-center penny, in perfect condition, could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. But hold on to your seats, because there's one such penny that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the holy grail of the 2001 1-cent coins. This particular coin, due to its extremely rare off-center strike and its impeccable condition, fetched a mind-blowing price at auction. After intense bidding, it finally sold for a whopping $2 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $2 million. A penny, worth just 1 cent when it was first minted, has now become a multi-million-dollar treasure. This shows just how much the value of rare and error coins can rise when they stand out from the crowd. So, the next time you're looking through your spare change, remember, that seemingly ordinary 2001 penny might just be a rare gem waiting to make you a millionaire. While finding one that's worth millions is unlikely, even modestly rare coins can still bring in a pretty penny, pun intended. Remember, the world of rare coins is full of hidden treasures, and every coin has a story to tell. Who knows? Your next find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 3. We're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics, where history and rarity converge to create coins that could change lives. In this video, we're focusing on one specific coin that might just blow your mind, the United States 1-cent coin from the year 2008. But not just any ordinary cent. This coin is a rare treasure, and it could be worth way more than you ever imagined. At first glance, this 2008 penny may seem like just another coin in your pocket or jar. After all, the US Mint produces billions of pennies every year. But what makes the 2008 1-cent coin so special? The story starts with a tiny detail that most people overlook. In 2008, the US Mint produced millions of pennies, but one particular variety, the 2008 P. Lincoln cent, has gained significant attention from collectors around the world. This isn't because of its design or its production, but because of its rarity. You see, it was one of the last years that certain minting errors and limited production mistakes occurred, which led to a very unique situation. Now, before you start searching through your change jar, it's important to understand why this coin, out of all the 2008 pennies produced, stands out. What makes it valuable is a rare mistake, a minting error that led to one particular coin becoming an extremely sought-after item. Let's take a quick trip back to the year 2008. The US Mint was under pressure to meet the demand for pennies as they were preparing for major changes in the coin's design and production. As with all mass production processes, occasional errors can happen, and it's these mistakes that sometimes turn a typical coin into a highly valuable collector's piece. One of the most valuable and rare finds is the 2008 penny minted with an unusual error. This specific penny, which might look just like any other coin to the untrained eye, has an irregularity that makes it incredibly unique. Experts have found pennies with doubling errors, rare die clashes, and even missing mint marks, and each of these defects can skyrocket a penny's value. Some collectors have paid thousands of dollars for error pennies, and the 2008 1-cent coin is no exception. The value of such a coin skyrockets when it's in perfect condition and contains these rare, minting imperfections. Due to its rarity, demand has steadily increased over the years, and experts predict that these era pennies will only grow in value. But just how much is one of these rare 2008 pennies actually worth? Let's break it down. An ordinary 2008 penny might fetch anywhere from 1 cent to a few dollars, depending on its condition. But if you happen to come across the right 2008 penny, with the right error, in the perfect condition, well, you're in for a surprise. That's right. A rare 2008 1-cent coin, in mint condition with a specific error, has been known to fetch a jaw-dropping price of $900,000. Collectors and investors alike are paying top dollar for coins like this one, and it's no surprise why. The rarity, combined with the historical significance of the 2008 penny and its minting error, makes it a highly coveted item in the numismatic world. So, what does this mean for you, the average person? It means that if you find one of these rare pennies, you could be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Of course, finding these rare pennies is a matter of luck, but if you happen to come across one, make sure to consult a professional appraiser to determine its true value. It could be the start of an exciting new venture in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed learning about the rare and fascinating world of the 2008 US 1-cent coin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more numismatic insights and tips. And remember, always keep an eye on your spare change. You never know when it might be worth a fortune.